What's up? This one will be my interpretation of Matthew chapter 6, verse 24, and how it relates to everyday life. So, Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. Let's read it. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. Mammon meaning money. So, with that being said, my relationship with this world's standard money has become so complicated that it is interesting, to say the least. Because I didn't choose mammon. I didn't choose it. I don't care what you say. Because you can't twist this in spirit and say I did. Because the proof is already here that I did. But this world has decided that money will be a good baseline for everybody instead of God. And since they placed reality onto a false foundation, they're just gonna rug pull everybody. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. I don't see it coming, but they're gonna rug pull a lot of people. Whew, a lot of people. And that can be in different aspects. They could rug pull somebody by sparking a war in a country that didn't see it coming, by dropping the financial markets. Them shit's rigged. 1,000% rigged. I can trade. I can trade the NASDAQ and make money. And I will. For real, I will. And I'll post it on here too. But, do I like doing that shit? No. Because they made money for us to chase after it so it can run away from us. I got that from Bando. And they also did it to control our time utilization. Because if they know we working, we not going to read this. We're not going to read it to understand it, to comprehend it. Because a lot of young adults today do not have reading comprehension above a high school level. Dare I say middle school. Because you niggas don't read. You read text messages, but you niggas don't read. Because I barely read, but I read the correct information. There's a difference knowing where to look and just reading pointless shit. Because, as you can see, the majority of women online, you can't fucking open my fucking phone without seeing a motherfucker twerking. Shit's irritating. Like, for real. That shit's very... Man, what the bit me on my arm? Got me on there. Anyway. Matthew 6:24. This world has chose money over God. And I would say it's inadvertent. But man, these motherfuckers know what they doing. They know what they doing. That's the unfortunate part about it. They know what they're doing. And they do it on purpose. And I'm more specifically, when I say that, referring to the beings that know about the way of life that I know about, but choose to use it as a form of control because they hide it from the public. Because the public don't know this. The public don't know incarnation is real. They don't know that. But they will soon. Because it's a mental evolution that you can't stop with technology. Because the shit work without technology. Because it's a mental evolution. This is... Because once you start basing your reality off something fake, like money, start basing something real, like the one true living God, in my opinion, who is His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First. Once you start basing life off of reality, it gets good. It gets really good. And I hope this YouTube channel is documenting that, or will documenting that, Lord willing. Because, bro, you can be gone just like that. But guess what? You coming right back. So, in my understanding, you need to know the Father and the only begotten Son. I'm CJ. Yeah, I'm CJ. It's Simba. He's in his cage right now because he likes to be a fucking bad dog. Oh my god, he's bad. He's so bad. Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy how bad he is. He's a tank though, but he's very bad. And I got him when, well, he was a stray, but I found him right as I found Bando, and I went to Bando for like 3-4 months, and really just soaked about his information and really wanted to see if he was telling the truth, and I really believed him. And he fucking grew up into his teenager dog months, if you want to call it that, without me. And I don't really think my family tried to train him too good. So now I gotta catch him up on the back end, but I ain't really tripping. He's a great dog. Niggas just don't listen yet. He's less than a year old, so I can't really be mad. I love him. But, man, once I based my reality off of something real, and I'm telling the world, it is of my opinion that His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First, not the body that sat on the throne in Ethiopia, but the breath that was inside that body, was the one true living God in hiding. And the world didn't. Well, the world leaders knew, but the world at large didn't know. Because the Rastafarians that was praising him while he was alive in that flesh, when that title was on that flesh, they were praising his physical body. That's why he didn't acknowledge them. And plus, it's sort of like cold. Like, if you get it, you get it. But it's so deep with how this is like intertwined with reality, like, because this is, you haven't, like, oh, it's so crazy because they've literally tied everything in this reality to money. Law is tied to money. Land, air conditioning, and water. You gotta pay for all three of those things. When God made 3 variations of all 3 of those things for free, and one, God is the only creator of it. Nobody with fucking hands created anything with fucking land. had anything to do with anything that is a piece of land you can walk on. Nobody with hands had anything to do with that. But yet people feel they have the authority to sell it to you. No. Air conditioning. It's a little outdated, but it still fucking work. I still feel air and water. Why the fuck do I gotta buy some water, bro? For it to be clean drinking water, why do I gotta buy that? Explain.